Another Reform UK councillor elected, but whoa. Hold the phone. You see, the media keeps telling you Reform UK is basically the Fourth Reich, a terrifying army of shave-headed fascists goose-stepping around Wetherspoons, which makes it very awkward that their newest Nazi recruits include a black councillor, an Indo-Trinidadian woman, a British Muslim chairman, a South Asian councillor, and an East Asian councillor. Some Reich, isn't it? So let's talk about Reform UK's far-right white supremacist movement, at least according to the BBC, The Guardian, and every permanently offended activist on X. Because if you actually look at the people getting elected, this supposed neo-Nazi cosplay club is looking suspiciously multicultural. And we start with Owen Ferran, the newly elected Reform councillor in Derbyshire. According to the media's logic, he must be the world's first black Nazi. Maybe the party whisked him off to their secret indoctrination facility, strapped him into a clockwork orange chair, forced his eyes open and blasted him with Nigel Farage speeches until he renounced Labour. Because surely he couldn't have voted Reform by choice. Could he? Then there's Lyndon Kemkaran, Reform's Indo-Trinidadian council lead in Kent. Yes, Indo-Trinidadian. Very Aryan, very master race. I'm sure she's slotted in beautifully with all those imaginary white supremacists the media keep warning us about. And let's not forget Dodger Sian, another Reform councillor in Kent, South Asian heritage, clearly part of the new diverse, inclusive fascist movement we keep hearing about. Next week, The Guardian will be explaining how he's internalising colonial structures because he refuses to wear a Labour rosette. Then we've got Heo Du in Oxfordshire, East Asian heritage, Reform councillor. Imagine the panic attack this causes in left-wing newsrooms because they've spent years painting Reform voters as flat-cap-wearing, gammon-coloured skinheads, only for a diverse lineup of councillors to turn up and ruin their entire business model. And of course, the utter cherry on top, Zahir Youssef, Reform's British Muslim former chairman. Nothing screams neo-Nazi party, quite like a Muslim running the organisation. You almost want to feel sorry for the journalists trying to keep the narrative together. And of course, we can't forget Prabdeep Singh, a British Army military veteran. Round it off with Layla Cunningham, another Reform representative who doesn't fit the BBC's desperate attempt to make Reform look like a clan meeting. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The media have spent so long demonising Reform voters that they can't cope with the reality. Reform isn't an extremist cult, it's a magnet for normal people from every single background who are utterly tired of the chaos, the incompetence, and the establishment stitch-up. And every single time someone like Owen, Lyndon, Dodger, Howe and Youssef or Layla Cunningham gets elected, the propaganda falls apart. Reform's indoctrination camps must be incredible. All they actually do is teach people to think for themselves. And that, apparently, is the real extremism.